We're back to our old software here. Hi, it's Mitch here with Chris and Rod. So we're back with our old software. So if we're any audio problems or anything of those kind of issues, well, we're basically relying on you guys to help us. So let us know. Morning, Chris.
Morning.
Boy,
how's everything go?
Super talkative today. Thanks
I
for
know.
all the help here. Rod, how you doing today? It's like, I mean,
Great.
taking a roof flow on the show. It's like
I got to take.
It's like, I mean, I could do the show by myself if you're not gonna say.
Good morning.
I wouldn't have to wait around for you. Rod, how's it going?
Good, going good. It's a nice Thursday. Nice sunny day out. So I'll take all the sunny days I can get before the big S word decides to roll in, because I know it won't be long.
All right. Well, we've got NFL football, we've got college football, and we've got baseball tonight. And like we've talked about before, it seems that the NFL just happens one right on top of each other now. I mean, it just seems like Monday Night Football just happened, and then here we are with Thursday. Got the Browns and the Steelers in a divisional matchup, and once again, these Thursday nights have been I guess all the primetime games have been a little bit to the odd side, to be honest with you. But yeah, pretty thrilling. What'd you guys think of last night's games? I had the Twins as my big play, and they crapped the bed.
Yeah, I had the under in the White Sox and Guardians. I was like, okay, well, they're riding 6 runs into like the 6th inning. I'm like, maybe I have a shot here, and then just went out the window, and the White Sox just absolutely putting the Guardians putting the boots to the White Sox in this series.
Right, that's 9 straight for the Guardians. Surprisingly, I kind of figured the White Sox would get one. Definitely was wrong on that one.
Guardians are always closers.
And the Astros swept. Astros keep rolling.
The Guardians are they are closers every single year.
Finishing the season strong, are they?
Get to this time of year, they're tough. Well, I guess everyone can hear you guys because I'm not hearing anything from the comments. So we have fixed our issue. So we'll be able to use this software for our NFL and college football shows going forward, which I'll tell you makes it way better. There's a lot more graphics we can do, a lot more different things we can do, and it is way better than that crappy StreamYard. Those of you that use streaming software, I would say StreamYard sucks. It is amateur hour. If you see other sites using StreamYard, you should say, I'm watching amateur hour, aren't I? Anyways, yeah, we could fix this one. But anyways. Say, wow, this production looks crappy.
Spare no expense here.
So listen to this, man. So Chris uses this software too, and we've had the same problem with the audio for quite some time. And so finally I reached out I'm in a Facebook group, about this software, and Chris reached out there too. Finally, this guy reaches back out to me and he says, I'll help you. I'll walk you through it, whatever. It's a rabbi. So the rabbi came in, he fixed it up, man. And it's like, we appreciate it, man. The rabbi had all the answers. So it's like we're able to get back on here. And what you'll see is over time, we'll be able to build a lot more graphics on top of this software that you can't do with the other one. The other one's like you can turn it on and get on air, and that's why everybody uses it, because it's somewhat easier to use. But this one, you could like you can't just add like these graphics up to the top like this and move them around like this on that other software. You can't do it. You can't do stuff like that. Anyways, what'd you have for dinner last night, Rufalo?
Burritos.
Nice.
Yeah. I tended to pride myself on my ability to make certain Mexican food, burritos, quesadillas.
Sweet.
Fiance was happy about that.
How long has she been your fiance?
We're doing the whole long-term thing, 5 years.
Yeah, I think you guys are moving past my wife and I as far as like the dating / not being married thing.
Yeah, we've been together 6. Oh God, well, she's not watching this
What's
because
the
then she'll
long term
smack
plan
me.
here? What's the long term? I mean, I need to know what your intentions are.
Because people always say to me, they're like, "When's the wedding?" I always say, "When I know, you'll know."
Yeah, I mean, I need to know your intentions. How about you, Rod? You need to know his intentions.
You should be saying that to her. I need to know your intentions with Chris. Are they good? No. Okay, good. You can stay.
My intentions is to move in the spring. Definitely, so I don't get any more of this laggy.
No more frozen pipes.
But as he's saying,
bigger place, bigger yard. Dogs need a bigger place. This place is kind of small. Yeah, no more frozen pipes. Definitely no more frozen pipes. Oh
nice
my! If I have to see another frozen pipe again, oh my goodness.
It's nice that we got that we have audio and everything working. This is awesome. Right? These guys don't even understand.
Oh no.
They don't even get it. Pretty cool. Anyways,
we're like
NFL. You guys are, I don't know. You just seem flat today.
Someone just said I just took a Ruffalo on my fiance. Oh no.
Ruffalo's up to something.
Oh no.
We got the Browns versus the Steelers here. Chris, what do you think of this one?
I think this is going to be an ugly game, but I think it's going to be a black and blue AFC North hard-hitting kind of football game. And I don't expect there to be many deep shots downfield because the wind blowing, from I think it's from left
also,
to right.
You got two crap-ass quarterbacks.
Well, there's that.
That's one of the bigger factors about throwing it downfield.
I'm just saying it's not going to help anything. You got wind blowing left to right.
The Browns, I see a lot of the sharp action once again on the Browns, but 0-8 against the AFC North against the number. 0-4 straight up as favorites against the AFC North. It's like, is today the trend breaker?
It could be, but yeah, because I
doubt it.
Well, the quarterback play, yes, it's not very good, but the wind's not even going to help. And even if they get into field goal range, and even if they get into field goal range, it's not going to help either. So I expect. I mean,
they could. Well, they couldn't hit the extra point last week, the Browns kicker. So
fair enough. I got no argument for that, but yeah, no, I like the under 38.5 here.
So because Jacoby Brissett went 22 of 27 in one game, let's look at the body of work. Okay, it's like, I mean, Geno Smith did throw an incompletion in the first half of the first week on Monday Night Football. Does that mean the other 70 games he played, he was good? I mean, it's ridiculous. This is just ridiculous, man. Rod, what do you think?
For me in this one, I like the under. The Browns are going to run the ball, hand the ball to Chubb. Just like Chris said, I don't see a whole lot of deep bombs going deep in this one. And you look north, and you look at the Browns, 6-1 to the under. Their last 7 games on Thursday. And I think we got a low scoring one. I agree. Give me the under. The under 7-2 the last 9 meetings in Cleveland. So I like the under here, and I think you got to take the Steelers plus the points. I think it's a field goal game all day, and you're going to give me 4 with the Steelers. I'll take the 4 with the Steelers.
4.5. I've seen
field goal game all day.
I'm with you. I'm taking the points with the Steelers.
It's up to 4.5. Yikes! I'm not laying 4.5. You burnt me last week. Jets beat them outright. Forget that. I'm not touching the Browns. Browns are dead to me.
I like the Steelers in this one, plus the points. I just think that, I'm going to lay 4.5 points with Jacoby Brissett. I don't think so. What you have are two bad quarterbacks and two good defenses, but one of the defenses happens to be a ball hawking, turnover machine defense, and the other one is just a good, steady defense that couldn't get any pressure on Joe Flacco, who just marched down the field on him twice in the last minute of a football game. I think if Joe Flacco can stand in the pocket and blitz you twice in a minute and 50 seconds, then, well, you probably got some serious soul searching to do. There's some players in that locker room that aren't carrying their weight. We're not going to mention any names because they know who they are. Go to college football action tonight. Some funkiness here in college football, as we've got the funky line in the one of the games. But this one is Georgia State taking on Coastal Carolina. Georgia State's been terrible this season. Coastal 3-0, yet Georgia State just 2.5-point home dogs in this one. Opened at 1.5, and now it's at 2.5. But it just looks funny, right? I can't hear you, Chris. You're muted.
Yeah, it looks odd because of how Georgia State looked against Charlotte, and Coastal's still supposed to be one of the Sun Belt favorites this year. I would lean towards Coastal because I still think there's something here. There's a reason that Georgia State's still underdogs here, but I would probably go with the under as a stronger play. I expect the defense to be ratcheted up on both sides, and Coastal plays at a very, very slow pace. They tend to run the football a lot and move very methodically. So I like the under in this one.
Rod?
For me, I'm going to go the other way. I like the over in this one. I think you look at Georgia State's defense, and they've started the year giving up 37 points a game. And I think Coastal Carolina can do that. And they're ranked 113th against the pass as well. And I think Grayson McCall can have a good day throwing the ball. So I think both sides are going to score some points. I know it opened at 63.5 down to 62.5, 61.5 in places. So I like the over here. I think both sides defense is not even. We see some points. Give me the over.
I like Coastal. I think this is another one of those things where it's like the sharp play or whatever. It's like, the Sharps are on Georgia State. Oh, no. It's like, they're going to get crushed. I would just take Coastal and just lay the money line here. It's like minus 135. Why not? They're the way better team here. It's not even close. And it's just one of those sucker plays where it's like, oh, Georgia State's going to be way up for it. You're going to get slaughtered, man. You got beat by Charlotte. It's like, you stink. You lose to Charlotte, you stink, man. I got news for you.
They lay in like 3 scores in that game. I can't remember.
20.
20. Yeah. I remember even saying why is an 0-2 team favored by 20 points, but
yeah, because they stink.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to see some crazy numbers. Look at the UTEP's lines this year. They've been favored, and it's like, they just get crushed. It's like, you see all the Sharps all over North Texas, or all over UTEP against North Texas. They got destroyed. I mean, they got crushed. This is going to be that sort of game. Coastal's going to beat the crap out of them. Coastal's a real team now.
Yeah.
We've got Virginia Tech against West Virginia in this one. West Virginia 1-2 on the season. Virginia Tech 2-1. We know Lane Stadium is just a nasty, nasty place to play for road teams, and especially at night. Lane Stadium extra tough. The Hokies kind of bottomed out, but West Virginia has not been anything special. I mean, they lost at home to Kansas this season. Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, maybe right. I don't know. Jury's still up. Maybe that loss to Kansas isn't such a bad one, considering how well Kansas has been playing. Yeah, you'd like to see the defensive
loss
numbers.
to Kansas, man. Any way you slice it, I'm sorry.
Fair. But I'd still go with West Virginia here personally. I don't like the quarterback play for Virginia Tech. Grant Wells transferred in from Marshall, but he's thrown 4 picks already in 3 games this season, and I just think Virginia Tech, they won't be able to match scores with West Virginia, who I think are the better offensive team here. Virginia Tech's defense is better, but again, they just don't have the offense to keep up. I think West Virginia can exploit that, and I think West Virginia wins this one by at least a field goal. So I'll go with West Virginia here.
Rod?
And for me, I like the under. I think West Virginia's going to have trouble moving the ball. They couldn't even run the ball last week against Kansas, and now you're going against a Virginia Tech team who's got an even better rush defense than what Kansas had. So I don't see West Virginia moving the ball. You look at Virginia Tech, and they're holding teams to 40 rushing yards a game so far this season, and solid, 5th ranked in the nation, holding teams in total yards, 200 yards a game. So it's going to be a tough day for West Virginia moving the ball. So I like the under. Just as you said, Virginia Tech's offense isn't good, and they're not racking up the points. They're not going to blow out West Virginia here 48-0 or something. So I like the under in this one. Give me the under just for that reason. Virginia Tech's defense is solid, and they limit West Virginia's scores. Virginia Tech's going to struggle to score themselves. So give me the under here. This total's too high.
Taking Virginia Tech in this one. Why not? They're home. Big deal. They lost to Old Dominion. I don't think there's any shame in that game. I think Old Dominion was up for that one. They beat Wofford 27-7. So what if they're laying 38? They beat Wofford, Chris. Knocked them off. I think Lane Stadium just a tough building, and West Virginia's super sloppy. Super duper sloppy team. I'm going to take Virginia Tech here. Take them on the money line. I'll put them in my parlay at the end of the show for those of you that missed the pick. Coastal money line. Steelers plus the points. Coastal money line. Virginia Tech money line. There's my parlay. You don't even have to wait till the end of the show. How's that for you? Got Major League Baseball today. Got afternoon action. Got evening action. We kind of got all-day sports. Good stuff. And some Heasley. We've got the Rangers taking on the Angels. Martin Perez on the mound up against Michael Lorenzen. Chris, over/under on walks for Lorenzen. Is there anything out there on that?
I'll check after this, but I don't know if there's maybe a number that you could put high enough on this thing, because he's given up 6 walks in the 2 starts since he came back from the injured list. But I might lean towards the under here. I think Martin Perez is going to be able to keep the Angels in check. The offense had cooled off a little bit since the last couple of weeks, where the Angels were on a bit of a hot run, and Texas, well, they kind of bottomed out themselves. And even with Michael Lorenzen on the hill, I think that the Texas Rangers just been that bad that this one might stay under the total. But I will look up that Michael Lorenzen walks problem. But I like the under here.
Rod?
And for me in this one, you look at Perez, and he's played pretty well this season. 12-6 with a 2.84 ERA. And his last 3 is 2-1 with a 2.45 ERA. His last 3, and you look at the Angels, 0-5 their last 5 on Thursday. Rangers have played solid when Perez has been on the mound. 10-1 their last 11 versus teams with losing records. I got to go with Texas here. I think Texas gets the win over the Angels.
Michael Lorenzen over 1.5 -160.
They got beat by Charlotte because they were looking ahead. Then what about the other games that got freaking run over by a truck? It's like they were looking ahead to the Charlotte game. They were looking ahead to. I was like, ridiculous. Ridiculous. Looking ahead. Charlotte got us. Looking ahead.
I don't believe that one.
Got a guy in the comments talking about yesterday. Good way to get your comments blocked on our shows. Talk about yesterday. Chris, you ever have any winning picks you gave out yesterday? Yeah. How about you, Rob?
A couple.
Yeah. I mean, I had the Padres, and I also had the Giants against the Rockies. I had those. And gave out a few other ones too.
I had the Giants on the run line against the Rockies. So
Wow.
drive-through.
Wow. Look at you.
Wow.
Look at you.
Amazing.
Got
Did you
one.
see him back in 1994? Holy, I had the Oilers against the Hartford Whalers. Oh, man, that was the big one.
I had
Oilers versus the Whalers.
I had the Eagles against the Patriots in that Super Bowl. Both of them. They covered both. Both of them. Both times. All right. Did you give out a pick here on the Rangers? Perez is in a contract year. Lorenzen sucks.
Yep.
Do the math.
You want that over 1.5 Lorenzen walks for -160?
Yes.
There you go.
Speaking of Heasley, got Jonathan Heasley up against Josh Winder. Boy, the Twins left runners in scoring position all night against the Royals and paid the price. Rod, what do you think of this?
Well, for me in this one, you look. I'm going to take the over 8. The Winder, a 7 ERA over his last 3 starts. Heasley ain't much better. He's got a 5 ERA. And Texas, or the Twins 5-0 to the over after being held to 2 runs or less in the previous game. Royals 4-0 to the over their last 4 Heasley starts. They score 5+ runs the previous game. So give me the over this one. I think we see a whole bunch of runs with Winder and Heasley.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm on the over as well. I'm also going to lean towards the Royals here. I don't trust either of these starting pitchers, and I'm done with the Twins. I think they're cooked. I think this is where you start to see the realization sink in that Minnesota's not going anywhere, and I think the Royals come out and put the exclamation point on it. So give me the Royals in the over.
Got the Rockies against the Giants, Urena and Brebbia. Gonna want to bring a glove to the park for this one. Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, definitely bring a glove. I mean, there's not much more that can be said about that, especially when you see Jose Urena on the mound. He's given up 1 run in each of his last 2 starts, but it's like what I said with Patrick Corbin. A couple of good starts isn't going to fool me. We know what this guy's fully capable of, especially at Coors Field. And I think this one gets into the 13, 14, maybe even 15 run range. So give me the over here.
Rod?
For me, I'm going to go the other way. I think I'm going to stick with the under. I think it's not broke, don't fix it. Sure, they scored a whole pile in the first one. But you look at Brebbia, he's 3-0 on the road with a 2.08 ERA. That's 1.12 WHIP. He's pitched pretty well on the road. So I think he can do it again. And I think we get an under. Give me the under 11. There's too many runs in that one.
I like the over. Brebbia, or I think it go 20, 25 runs in this thing. A's against the Mariners. Adrian Martinez, Jorge Kirby. It's been all A's this one, but Senior Kirby on the mound here. Chris, what do you think? You did have burritos last night, so you did prep your tailgate. We'll call it a Kirby tailgate.
That I did, and that's probably why I'm sticking with the Mariners in this one. The A's have been the better team in this series, but Jorge Kirby, he's pitching extremely well. I think he's given up 2 runs or less in I think it's 5 of his last 6 starts. I just don't trust Adrian Martinez. He's been getting lit up recently, and it's pretty much been his story all season long. So give me the Mariners to salvage something from this series.
So the guy in the comments is kind of like saying that we're being weird, but if you ever watched the show before, we never care about yesterday. We do not care. We do not care if you won, lost, whatever. We do not care. And it's like to sit here and say I hit this and hit that. It makes it work. We do not care. You know, we don't care. Congratulations. How does that help us today? That's all I gotta say. You know, we could do a whole show about yesterday. We don't care. Rod?
Today's a new day. Time to get more winners.
We don't care.
For me in this one, I'm going to go the other way. I like the over here. So far in the first couple games, we haven't seen a whole pile of runs, but with Martinez on pitching, he's 1-2 his last 3 with a 6.75 ERA. And you look at Seattle in game 3 of series, they're 10-1-2 to that over. And Oakland, 5-1 to the over their last 7 at home versus a right-handed starter. I think we see some runs today. 7's just a touch low for me. I think we get to 8 or 9. So give me the over in this Oakland Seattle.
I told you they was gonna do it. I told y'all. What's he talking about? All right. I'm on Kirby. Sorry, Kirby, to you. What are you selling today, Chris?
For me today, I got a couple $15 plays. I got my NFL Thursday night whale bet. I also got my $15 MLB pickoff play. A pickoff play part of my Thursday throwdown 5-pack. Love today's baseball card. Got that for $49 pick dogs. Well, there's lots of games that I like that I found value on that I love for today, and like people can make some money with.
What do you love so much about?
We each have days where we love the card, and I love today's card. So use that code WIN15, get 15% off.
I don't know why you gotta love the card so much, Rod. Chris is humping up on the card.
And for me, I've got
he's humping the card like a cocker
humping up on the card.
Love it. I want to marry it. It's on this 12-year plan.
I'll give you credit. You deserve that one.
I think at a certain point you can't say fiance. I think
say wife.
I think there's a 7-year statute of limitations on it.
Okay, so I still got time.
I still have time. Yeah, I still have 8 months. And
where are we at?
For me, over Pick Dogs Premium, I've got my $15 MLB Bookie Buster going. You can scoop that up over Pick Dogs Premium. Also have my 10-star college football executive info play. That play's been 6-2 on the year so far. You can scoop it up $20 over at Pick Dogs Premium, or you can get all 3 plays I've got going today. You get my Thursday Thrashers, which include the MLB Bookie Buster play, the 10-star college football executive info, and one more college play that I absolutely love. You can get all 3 in my Thursday Thrashers package over Pick Dogs Premium. Jump aboard.
So the 10-star executive info is part of the Thursday Thrasher. And what about the $15?
Correct.
What was that one called?
It's the $15 MLB Bookie Buster play.
Oh, we thought we were going to call that the $15 hot dog at Yankee Stadium. Anyways, cheaper than a hot dog at Giants Stadium.
Is that what it is?
cheaper than a chicken nugget at the at the Prague snack bar. Yes, we're going to Prague. Live from the Kibby Dome.
Prague.
Class trip to the Kibby Dome.
It's like Rod's got so many picks packaged different ways. It's confused. It's like Detailed explanation. we need like the screenshot. It's kind of like with arrows with like the circle back into. It's like a great
with arrows and pointing.
Executive info back into the Thrasher 3-pack. I got an MLB $15 big play. I've got a 2+1 NFL and Major League Baseball, and then I've got a different NFL pick as well. So I got a couple different things going on. A few different things.
A couple things in the works.
So my wife went to the pizza place yesterday to pick up a pie because, like, when I'm on the drive-through, we just don't have a lot of time, because I did the NFL show and then I got the drive-through. So we always get a pizza or something. My wife goes there. She forgets her money, credit cards, everything. I get the call. You're not going to believe this. It's like, actually, I do believe it. Padres against the Cardinals. Jack Flaherty.
That's when you're supposed to leave. You're supposed to, you definitely can't leave her there to do dishes, right? You can eat the pie after you do these dishes.
Jack Flaherty and Joe Musgrove, Padres, and the Cardinals. The Ruffalo man crush over Musgrove seems to have waned a bit as the season's gone on. He used to love Musgrove. I love him. I love Musgrove. Chris, what do you think?
Well, old habits die hard because I'm back on the Padres here. I'm back on the Musgrove train.
I love Musgrove.
I love you. Kind of go with the old '90s wrestling for brother love for that one, but I'm gonna go. I gotta go with the Padres. They've won 9 straight against the Cardinals. Jack Flaherty, as much as I like him in this Cardinals rotation, just hasn't looked comfortable. He's given up 7 runs in his last 10 innings of work, and I just think that the Padres win another one here behind a strong start from Musgrove. So give me the Padres in this one.
Rod,
I have to agree, but I'm going to hit the Padres on the run line. They have beat the Cardinals 7 straight, and you look at the Cardinals' offense. Where did it go? It just disappeared. They just haven't been scoring runs, and when you don't score runs, you definitely ain't going to win a ball game. And the Cards have failed to cover the run line in 7 straight at Petco Park. So give me the Padres on the run line in this one.
I like the over. I think we see plenty of runs, plenty of hits, plenty of scoring. All right. A lot of enthusiasm here. Very enthusiastic bunch. We got the college football show today. Chris and Ron and myself talk college football, go through the whole freaking card. Did NFL yesterday. And we're back on our software. Ruffalo's up.
I have 11 on my college list.
Ruffalo's up to something.
Right?
He's working a little too hard.
We both agreed. Yeah, Ruffalo's up to something.
I'm suspicious.
12-year plan. That's what he's up to, right?
This
It's
is
almost
what
like
I
he's ahead of the. Normally, it's like Ruffalo's like scrambling, at the end. He's kind of ahead of the curve right now.
No, we're ruining it. Maybe we're ruining the surprise. Maybe
it's not
the 12-year
great
plan.
stuff
Maybe
going on here. We got the Chat 69XYZ best adult dating site because we always shop in the YouTube comments. It's always the best place to shop. Most of our readers and viewers shop and buy their adult dating needs in our YouTube comments.
Get your rubber woman now.
Your adult dating needs. There they are.
You're blowing my cover here. You're spoiling what the plan was. Why am I ahead of the curve?
Right? Yeah. See, we're
gives a new meaning to ahead of the curve.
Adult dating.
Early Valentine's gift.
What do we got next? We've got There he is.
The jam next.
All right, next up on the card, we've got the Pirates and the Cubs. Mitch Keller against Hayden Wesneski. Chris?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Cubs here. It's obviously not going to be the strongest play on the board, but
What is your
Wesneski
strongest play on the board? What's your $15 play today?
It's one of 30 teams that are playing today, and
but not the Cubs. You just made it clear that.
Okay, it's one of 29 teams. 28. Fine. I'll throw you a bone here. It's not the Cubs or the Pirates, but Wesneski looked good
Just
in his
suck
starter
the joy
debut.
out of it for all of us, Chris.
Okay, sorry, got to do some detective work on that one. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you at that point. But I liked what I saw from Wesneski in his debut. 7 innings of 1-run ball against Colorado. And Mitch Keller, he looked like he was turning a corner at one point, and then he started to regress again. And side by side, just for me, the Cubs playing, the better baseball over the last couple weeks. So give me the Cubs in this one.
Rod, outside of the Pirates, who do you like in this one?
Outside of the Pirates, I like the Pirates in this one though, because I think Mitch Keller has been his last 3 starts. He's been pitching well. You look who he's pitched against.
The Pirates
got
own the Cubs. They own them. They own them.
He played the Mets twice and got a win, and he played the Cardinals once. Got lost there, but his ERA has been solid over that time. Under 2 ERA over his last 3 starts. So for me, the Pirates' bats have been. I just don't trust the Cubs off enough. So I'm gonna take the Pirates here.
Rod gets so defensive about Keller. Kind of, right? He kind of copped a little bit of an attitude there about the whole thing. Got a little bitchy there.
He pitches. He has these stiff pitches. Well, and then he has.
Wow.
Well.
Wow. Rod, a little bitchy there about the whole thing. I'm taking the Pirates. Just trying to avoid the drama. But I like the Pirates in this one. They just own the Cubs. So I can't remember what I was looking at here. All right. What the hell was I doing? All right, we'll go to our next
the adult
game.
dating site.
We'll go to the next game. It's the Rays against the Blue Jays. Jose Barrios on the road. Chris?
Yeah, and I never thought I'd say that, but that's why I'm going with the Blue Jays here. Barrios has been pretty good in his last few road starts. Early on in the season, he was terrible.
It's not burrito, it's Barrios.
Did I say burrito?
No, but that's what you're thinking. We know you.
No, because I wouldn't have put it past I would shut up. I wouldn't put it past myself.
Chris saw the nacho hat in The Simpsons, and he just froze the screen. It's like, wait a minute.
You should see my closet. I got about a stack of 50 with the nacho cheese you just microwave. But now Barrios on the road, yeah, at the beginning of the year, it was terrible. But in his last 3 road starts, he's given up no more than 2 earned runs against Baltimore, Boston, and the Yankees. So he's pitching well against the division teams on the road. And I just think Toronto playing the better ball right now. So give me the Toronto Blue Jays in this one.
Right.
For me, we're in this one. I can't pick a side. I just can't. Barrios, not Barrios. No, he's burnt me too many times this year, so I'm going to stay away from that. I like the total. I'm going to take the over. Even you look at the Jays, they've won 7 following a loss. Yikes. I think we see some runs here. Both pitchers can give up runs. And I think we get the over 8. So I'm going to take the over 8 in this one.
I'm going to take the I'll take the Reds on the run line. I mean the Rays on the run line here. They're going to kill the Rays. The Jays. I like them on the reverse run line. Whatever that is. We got the Reds and the Brewers. Hunter Green against Brandon Woodruff. Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, I was leaning towards the under in this one. Hunter Green, he had a stint on the injured list, but when we did see him against the Brewers for much of this season, he wasn't all that bad, and he was getting better as the season sort of progressed. Came back to the lineup through 6 shutout innings against the Cardinals, so he's fully capable of throwing a gem. And Brandon Woodruff, he's given up 2 runs or less in each of his 3 September starts. 2 earned runs or less in 6 of his last 7. I think it's going to be a low scoring game. I think the Brewers need to keep it a low scoring game to have a shot to win this one and keep themselves in the wild card race. So give me the under in this one.
Rod.
And for me, this one, I'll take the Brewers. I think the Brewers get the win. 8-2 the last 10 in Cincy, 33-16 their last 49 versus a team with a losing record, and the Reds 2-9 their last 11 versus the NL Central, and 1-5 in the last 6 home games. I'll take the Brewers here in this one. I think they get the win. They want it more, need it more. They come out and play. Woodruff pitch is a good start.
I'm going to take the Brewers too. I think Hunter Green is, definitely shown that maybe he's part of the future of this Reds team, but the Brewers, they need it now. I mean, there is no tomorrow, and they kind of actually finally are starting to play like that. I think it might be too late, but at least they're starting to play like that. So I'm going to take them in this one. Go to our next game. And it is the Orioles and the Astros. Kyle Bradish against Justin Verlander. 2 teams, very similar color uniforms in this one. Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, I know your stance on that, so I'll tread very lightly. But I'm going to go with the Astros here. Just Justin Verlander simply on another planet, and Kyle Bradish. He has pitched well in spots, and the Orioles would definitely need the win to keep their slim playoff hopes alive. The Astros are just on a tear right now. 10 straight wins as road favorites. I think the Astros get it done here. So give me the Houston Astros.
And doing it on the road too, right? It's been surprising. They've just been beating good teams up on the road. Yeah. So I agree. Give me the Astros here on the run line. They just faced August 28th, same matchup. So I think, and the Astros got the 3-1 win in that one. So I lean the under. I think it's a lower scoring one, but I like the Astros win by 2 or 3 or maybe even 4.
All right. Got the Yankees taking on the Red Sox. Talion against Waka. I like the over in this one. It's 8. I don't see any reason to go anywhere else in this thing. Chris, what do you think?
I'm going to go with the Red Sox. I like what Michael Wacha's been doing. 6-0 on the road.
What do you like about what he's been doing?
6-0 with.
You got a thing for him.
He's my new Musgrove. But 6-0 with an ERA just over 3 on the road this season. And if you go back to his history against the Yankees, he hasn't allowed an earned run in his last 4 starts against the Yankees, spanning 22 innings of work. So maybe probably changes here, but I still like the value that the Red Sox bring. They're going to battle hard. It's still a rivalry. Doesn't matter where these 2 teams are in the standings. I think the Red Sox want to win this one. They're getting some great value with Wacha. So give me the Red Sox and the plus money.
Rod.
And for me, this one I like the under. I think Wacha's been pitching well, and so is Talion. For some reason on Thursday he's 8-0. Last 8 starts on Thursday, so I like the under here. You look at the Yankees, 9-4 their last 13. The under, whereas a team with a losing record, and then you look at the Red 1 of the under their last 6 on the road. Also, the under is 4-1 in the last 5. Game 1 of the series. Normally, these 2 teams love to smash the runs, but I think we get an under in this one. Pitchers duel. Give me the under.
You like the under. I like the over. All right. Go to our next game. It's the Phillies against the Braves. Suarez and Fried. The Braves beat up the Phillies last week. Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, I like the Braves in this one personally. Ranger Suarez at home for me has been a lot less effective than he's been on the road. Yes, a losing record and an ERA well up over 4 at home this season. Like you said, the Braves, they just took it to the Phillies in their series last week. I know the Phillies desperately need this win to cling on to their wild card spot, but I think the Braves are the better team, top to bottom. So I'm going to take the Braves in this one behind a strong start from Max Fried.
Rod?
Yeah, for me, I'm going to take the over. Just like I said, we've seen the same matchup, and we got 9 runs in this one, and it's 7.5 now. I'll take the over again. We get enough runs, even if they come late. Give me the over.
All right, we go to our next one, and it is the White Sox taking on the Guardians. Johnny Cueto, first ballot Hall of Famer, up against Shane Bieber, former Cy Young Award winner. Chris, what do you think?
I'm going to go with the under in this one. Shane Bieber, he did have some issues in his lone start in Chicago this season, giving up 6 runs over 6 innings of work, but he's still the Guardian staff ace, a 1.81 ERA across his last 7. Johnny Cueto, a 1.91 ERA in his last 5 starts against Cleveland, through 8 2/3 shutout innings last time he faced the Guardians. So I go with the under in this one.
Rod?
And for me, this one, I'm going to take Bieber and the Guardians. They won 9 straight. You know me, I love riding teams in hot streaks. So fire up that bandwagon. I'll jump on board. Give me the win 10 straight.
Got the our last game. It is the It is the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. Looks like a good one. Urias and Gallen. Chris.
Yeah, I like the under here. Urias pitching really well in his last 11 starts. He's 10-1 with an ERA well under 2, and Zach Gallen still a sub 1 ERA in his last 7 starts. These are two solid pitchers. The Dodgers have a great offense, but I think that Gallen's going to be able to keep him in check, and I like Urias to keep his run going. So I like the under in this one.
And for me, there's too much value not to pass up here with the Diamondbacks. I'll take the Diamondbacks plus money here. Just like I said, Gallen's been pitching lights out. Under a 1 ERA over his last 10 starts. So 0.9 ERA over his last 10 starts. Pitching lights out. I'll trust him over Urias. I believe pitchers duel, but I think the Diamondbacks steal one here. Give me Arizona.
All right, I like the under. Go to our parlay section of the show. Chris, what do you got?
All right, I'll go with the under 7.5 in the Brewers-Reds. I'll go with the Toronto Blue Jays, and I'll go with the under in the Browns and Steelers.
Now for me, we'll take the under in Virginia Tech. We're going to take Steelers plus the points. And we'll take the Padres on. Okay, those 3 up.
Coastal money line, Virginia Tech money line, Steelers plus the points. This is Mitch. Thanks for joining us. Make it a winning day. We'll be back in about a half hour with Ron Romanelli doing college football. See you then.